What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another exciting episode of ForneverWorld. In today's episode, we've got stories to talk about. For starters, I got a major update regarding my work that I've been creating with Noir Caesar, the evolution of Autumn Walters. We're going to talk about that one. I'm very excited to talk about it. So yeah, we're going to get into that. We got an update for the upcoming release of Megalo Season 2. Yo, I've been in a boxing mood watching Hajime no Ippo, so right now I'm very pumped to talk about that one as well. We got an update for the 7 Deadly Sins. There was a story recently regarding something that was coming, and now we got a big update and kind of a sad update at the same time for it. Studio Mappa, y'all know they've been on fire recently. Well, they coming with some more heat, and I am very excited because I think it's going to be a big day come this April. Very interesting story regarding Black Clover and the recent stuff with the anime. You're gonna be mind blown when I tell you what the heck just happened with the latest episode of Black Clover. I promise you, you're gonna be like, what? We got an update for the final Rurouni Kenshin film. In case you don't know, the Rurouni Kenshin films are actually really good films. So yeah, that's why I'm bringing this to you guys' attention. We're gonna talk about it. And then we got a couple of other small updates for Jujutsu Kaisen, some character designs and things like that, some book sales. We got a little small update for One Piece for the anime, and we got a small update for Boruto's manga and the upcoming issue of The Jump. So yeah, we got a little bit of stories to talk about. Without further ado, let's jump into another exciting episode of Forever News, the only news source that provides anything and everything anime and manga related, and we don't bore you. We get into it. Let's do it.
No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done. No matter how you move, get it done.
Okay, people, so first story we got to talk about today is the evolution of Autumn Walters, my debut work with Noir Caesar. We actually got a prologue chapter out now. Link will be in the description below so you guys could check it out. It is basically a small preview of what's to come, but it's a kind of chapter in and of itself, even though it's a smaller size chapter. Just kind of a warm-up, a tease for the release that we're hopefully aiming now for the summertime. I know the trailer last year we said it'd be ready by January. Unfortunately, we had some issues, so we're looking at a summertime release. However, the prologue chapter is out. You could get a glimpse and an idea of what this story is all about and what we're trying to accomplish, because I think you're going to be very pleased. The artist that we got on board, Andy Baquerizo, one of the writers, Avery Jones, myself, of course, the creator of it all. We cooking up. We cooking, and I'm very proud of this prologue chapter, and I'm really excited for you guys to see what's to come. So yeah, check out, link in the description below, the evolution of Autumn Walters. Okay, people, next up, we got an update on Megalo Season 2. According to this, it says Megalo 2 Nomad. It gets a new trailer and a new key visual ahead of April 4th premiere. So Megalo 2 will be coming out on April 4th, and its tagline is going to be Nomad. It says, following up on the news back in January that surprise fan favorite anime Megalo, the anime produced to celebrate the 50th anniversary of Ashita no Joe, would get a sequel. TMS Entertainment has released an updated trailer and key visual, once again illustrated by director Yo Moriyama, for Megalo 2 Nomad ahead of the newly announced April 4th premiere date. And the little description that they give below, it says, 7 years after rising to the top of the Megalo boxing world, Joe is fighting in underground matches again, but this time he's going by a new name. And oh my god, the art looks so freaking crazy. I'm imagining he's being called Nomad, but why the hell would he be going back underground and fighting again? Like, ooh, I ain't gonna lie, I'm very hyped for this shit. Megalo 2 Nomad, let's go, man. Gillis Joe. Okay, next up we got a story regarding the 7 Deadly Sins. Now, y'all know that pretty much for the most part everything is coming to a close with the 7 Deadly Sins. The anime is on its final legs. It's about to wrap up, and we got an update on the recently announced film. It says 7 Deadly Sins Cursed by Light anime film bids farewell with teaser revealing July 2nd opening. The official website for the 7 Deadly Sins Cursed by Light, Nanatsu no Taizai Hikari ni Norowareshi Monotachi, the all-new original anime film for the 7 Deadly Sins franchise, began streaming a new teaser trailer for the film on Tuesday. The video reveals the film's July 2nd opening date. The site also unveiled a new visual that reads, Farewell, Seven Deadly Sins. And in the promotional poster, you see all the Seven Deadly Sins, and you also see Meliodas' brother from the Ten Commandments. And I'm really, really excited to see this because I still haven't even, to be honest with you, I'm still waiting for the anime to wrap up and them to put it on Netflix so I can finally finish the Seven Deadly Sins and eventually check out the spin-off manga. So there's still a lot of things I need to watch, probably even before I can watch this. But it's just sad, man. I remember when Seven Deadly Sins was coming out. I remember talking about the manga when there was like, I want to say maybe a year's worth of chapters at that particular point, or maybe like even less than that, and I was just like so thrilled and excited about it, and to see it finally coming to a close, it's sad, but yeah, I'm grateful that I still got like, you know, a whole season worth of anime once it wraps up, and this film, and then there's a spin-off manga, so there's still plenty Seven Deadly Sins to go, but yeah, it seems as though in anime form, at the very least for a while, this film might be it. And of course, this film is done by Studio Dean, which kind of makes me a little bit worried about this and the latest season of the anime, because Studio Dean is responsible for that season of the Seven Deadly Sins that kind of botched the entire franchise. Okay, next up, y'all know Studio Mappa has been running this shit with 2021. I mean, from Jujutsu Kaisen, Attack on Titan, God of High School, like Studio Mappa has just been kicking major ass. Now they're on to the next one, because apparently this coming spring, which, my god, there's gonna be so much anime to talk about this coming spring. I'm gonna be going crazy. Y'all gonna be like, god damn, Fornev, stop uploading, because there's just so much coming out from Eden Zero, all sorts of shit. But Studio Mappa's next one that they got coming is called Yasuke. We've talked about it here before on Fornever News. It looks so freaking promising from the still shots I've seen so far and a little bit of teasers and whatnot, but here's what it says. Yasuke anime reveals 6-episode length, April 29th debut worldwide on Netflix. Before we get any further, that is so hype. I know what I'm doing April 29th. Unless like the world implodes on itself by then, I am going to be watching Yasuke 6 episodes straight through. I'll probably even have a review on April 30th of it or something like that. Oh man, that's already exciting. The staff of Lizon Thomas and Mappa's Yasuke anime announced on Tuesday that the anime will debut on April 29th worldwide on Netflix. The anime will have 6 episodes, and here's the description. It says, in a war-torn feudal Japan filled with mechs and magic, the greatest ronin never known, Yasuke, struggles to maintain a peaceful existence after a past life of violence, which kind of sounds like Rurouni Kenshin. But when a local village becomes a center of social upheaval between warring daimyo, Yasuke must take up his sword and transport a mysterious child who is the target of dark forces and bloodthirsty warlords. The story of Yasuke, the first African samurai who actually served the legendary Oda Nobunaga, will be released to the world, and oh my god, I can't wait. Very, very excited about this. Story sounds dope. The art already looks dope, and it's Studio Mappa. Need I say more? Yasuke, April 29th, all over Netflix. Let's go. Next up, big, very, very interesting story. Now, for starters, the latest episode of Black Clover, episode 167, which I want to say is going to be par for the course. Moving forward with the final remaining 3 episodes, it trended on Twitter. It was actually trending like all over the place, like almost 30,000 tweets and all sorts of stuff for episode 167. But that's not the big thing, which that's already a great thing. I'm glad that we're going out in a very, very strong way. But the very, very big thing that made me really interested and also makes me curious about what's going on behind the scenes is the fact that Black Clover episode 167 was primarily animated by fans. That's right, people. I've seen a lot of screenshots of different people, different accounts saying, hey, I did this part, I did this part. Apparently, a lot of fans were, I guess, invited or brought in to create episode 167. And that's very, very telling, right? For starters, major congrats. I love to see, because that's one step forward for a lot of people in the West, especially that, you know, we want to be able to get into the anime and manga industry. A lot of people, they want to be animators, but they're like, how do we do it? They just got their start in a major way. One of the big anime right now, this generation, Black Clover, hate it or love it, it is what it is. They got their start right there, but on top of that, it looked amazing. Episode 167 was breathtaking, just like, oh my god, it looked incredible. The Sakuga on some of the scenes was immaculate, and I was just like very, very impressed, especially, again, this was done by fans. But that's also telling that they definitely already moved on a lot of the staff that has been working on the Black Clover anime. For them to have all of these random, you know, fans, which again, I'm not saying that in a mean or derogatory way. What I'm saying saying is for them to invite fans when majority of the time anime are created very, in-house. They don't really, or they outsource to certain studios or whatever. But for fans to be animating, that means that the staff has already moved on. That means that the staff are working on other projects, so they have very limited resources, which could also be a reason why they decided to close the doors on the Black Clover anime. But that also makes me wonder, like, if that could be the case, right, that a lot of the staff moved on, this is just like a passionate project at this point, a project of passion for, like, them having the fans on board and whatnot. What could that mean for the future of the Black Clover anime? At the very least, I want to say that in terms of ongoing, I don't think Black Clover is coming back to be ongoing. I don't think we're going to get another 100 episodes. If I'm wrong, great. I'll be very, very happy to be wrong, but I don't think we'll be getting that anymore. Again, I want to say that it's solidifying either a film or seasonal release of the Black Clover remaining story, to be adapted or whatnot. That's where I think we're going to go with this. I don't think we'll ever get, again, like straight up weekly Black Clover episodes, because if the staff have already moved on and they're to the point of using fans to animate this stuff, it's probably curtains for that chapter of the Black Clover production. And once again, major congrats to those fans that did it. It looked incredible, and your work is not going unnoticed. I'll try to have screenshots of everyone that I could find that worked on this episode on here. You guys deserve all the props in the world. Keep going, keep doing your thing. You did a fantastic job. Quick update for the Rurouni Kenshin live action final film. Now, in case you don't know, the Rurouni Kenshin live action films are actually really good adaptations for films. They're some of the best anime to, or manga, whatever you want to call it, to live action adaptations that I've ever seen. Because Rurouni Kenshin, I mean, aside from like the Makoto Shishio stuff with the flames and shit like that, there's not much like CGI you gotta add into Rurouni Kenshin or whatever. It's like a samurai with, like, his sword doing his thing and shit like that. So there's not much extra production pieces. But aside from that, the story and the way it was done, the actors, everything about it, like, I love the first, I want to say that at the very least first two. I don't think I've seen the third one, and this is the final one. Like, they were really good films. So the fact that they're still, and they're wrapping it up with this final movie, that is really dope. And it says Rurouni Kenshin, the final latest PB, features theme song Renegades by One OK Rock, and the film opens in Japan on April 23rd. This is one that I hope they kind of put like a box set over here of like all the films in one to get like all the Rurouni Kenshin films, because this is a great adaptation, and I wish more anime to live action films were like this. Like, there's only a handful. Again, like the Bleach live action was really good too. Like, if they did things in this fashion, that would be dope, because again, I cannot stress enough that the Rurouni Kenshin live actions are actually good adaptations. Some small updates for Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen anime cast Daisuke Namikawa, Nobuyuki Hiyama, and Kape Yamaguchi. This year's 14th issue of Shueisha's Weekly Shonen Jump magazine revealed 3 more cast members on Monday for the Jujutsu Kaisen anime. The characters are 3 brothers who are cursed spirits, Nobuyuki Hiyama as Aso, and the one that I really wanted to talk about, Daisuke Namikawa as CHOSO. So we got the anime character design for CHOSO and the casting, and oh my god, if you read the manga, then you know about CHOSO, and yeah, I'm really excited. But his anime character design looks good. And also Jujutsu Kaisen doing its thing in terms of success yet again, because it says Jujutsu Kaisen sold over 3 million copies, fan books included, in the latest Oricon sales week from March 1st to March 7th. Volume 0 sold 149,000 copies. Both Volume 0 and the fan book aren't considered an Oricon series total for Jujutsu Kaisen, but with all the figures included, the total sale for just this recent week alone is over 3.1 million copies. Like, oh my god. Do you understand what that is? That Jujutsu Kaisen sold over 3 million books in a week. A lot of series right now are struggling to see 5,000 in a week, 10,000 in a week. You're doing over 3 million books in a week. Bless Jujutsu Kaisen Gege Akutami. The level of success is insane. And again, we're following up Demon Slayer. You're not going to get too far away from us. We're going to get there. Next up, a quick update on the One Piece anime. At the very least, just hyping it up from the creator Eiichiro Oda. In his recent Shonen Jump author comments, he said, One Piece has been especially ramping up for the anime since Wano started. Please check it out. So a small quote, nothing too crazy, but I definitely gotta agree with Oda. This isn't just him, promoting his work or anything like that. The One Piece anime for pretty much all of Wano has just been fantastic. The art, the animation, like a lot of this Whitebeard and Roger shit, which I'm not caught up. It's been a little bit since I've seen the anime, but everything that I'm always seeing clips floating around, I'm like, oh my god, man. And that also could be telling of something as well, because at the end of the day, it's not, we ain't gonna hide from the fact that One Piece has declined in certain areas of popularity and things like that, and that's probably why they're like, now, okay, we bullshitted around a lot. Dressrosa didn't look as amazing as it should have in a lot of episodes and things like that. let's go into high gear and let's really give them some awesome anime stuff to get things back popping, because Wano, when I tell you, has been phenomenal. And lastly, a small update for Boruto. The latest cover of V-Jump has leaked for this month, and on the cover is actually Boruto and Kawaki, which normally V-Jump usually has like Yu-Gi-Oh! They'll have Dragon Ball sometimes. They rarely have Boruto on the cover, but that could be something very big. I mean, it could just be because we're starting a new arc, but I'm really excited. And yeah, Boruto and Kawaki on the cover. This looks dope. Can't freaking wait for this month's chapters, and hopefully it's something big, because if they're putting it on the cover, they're probably going to do like either some big reveals or some big setups. And yeah, people, that's all the stories we have for today. Curious what you guys thought. If you checked out the prologue for the evolution of Autumn Walters, what do you guys think about it so far? Are you excited? You looking forward to more? Megalo box, Nomad, you hyped for that? Seven Deadly Sins, Cursed by Light, what are your thoughts? Mappa's next big anime, Yasuke, April 29th, will you be checking it out? Black Clover anime, episode 167 being done by fans. What is your thoughts on that? Do you think that that means that the staff has moved on already, and like these are just like, you know, last ditch efforts to get things, you know, finished? Rurouni Kenshin, if you've been checking out the films, are you hyped for the last one? CHOSO's anime design alongside over 3 million books for Jujutsu Kaisen. Oda hyping up the One Piece anime. Your thoughts on that? And the cover of the latest or upcoming issue of V-Jump with Boruto and Kawaki. Are you looking forward to it? And your thoughts on any of the stories we covered in today's episode. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit that bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, links are in the description below. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life. Bye. Have an awesome day. Peace in. And you guys just watched another episode of Forever News. Have an awesome day.
To